Hey everybody. I hope everybody out there is well. Yeah, I'm doing good. I can't complain. But I really wanted to come and make this video. And it may go over some people's head and they may not understand what I'm trying to say. But for those who follow, great. For those who don't, wake up. And for those who think that I'm way off base, fuck you. Okay? But I just want to make this video when it relates as it relates to reparations. And I do believe that people who were caught up in the slave trade do deserve reparations. Not because slavery was something that wasn't going on at that time, but the cruelty when the colonizers came over here and captured the people and made them prisoners of war, and the cruelty and all the cruel things they did during slavery, somebody needs to pay for that. But my question to you would be, is what nigga are you? That's the thing you better consider when you got all these people talking about they're fighting for reparations. For what people are you fighting for reparations for? Because you have to consider, yes, there were some Africans who got caught up in the slave trade, right? And the cruelty of it all. Are you that nigga? I don't think I'm that one, y'all. Because I can't trace my history back to Africa. Not saying that some people didn't come from Africa. That's not my story. I've never heard anybody in my family tell me that I have any relatives in Africa. Never happened. Didn't know nothing about me coming from Africa until Roots came out. And then we found out that Roots is not a true story. So that's all that shit they told us, bullshit. Okay? Are you this nigga? Are you the nigga that if you trace your ancestors back and you find out that Master Mo raped your great-great-great-great-grandmother, and since you were of a lighter hue, you were able to pass for Caucasian. So you went off and you married Caucasian and your lineage becomes Caucasian now, right? Or maybe you this nigga. Maybe you your grandmother was raped by the colonizer, and you were on the darker side. So you went out in the field and you married you an Aboriginal woman, or maybe one of the Africans that came, right? Are you that one? Are you this one? If you get you a Webster's dictionary, 1828. You got to go back, because once we start to wake up, they change things, they lighten things up, they do all types of stuff to hide this truth from you, right? Or are you this one? 1828 Webster's dictionary. I'll give you a minute to look it up. Pull it up on your phone. Webster's dictionary, 1828. Look up the word American. Look up the word American in your 1828 Webster's dictionary. I did have a penny, but I don't know what I did with it. Are you one of those copper color races? Are you part of that? Are you part of one of those copper color races that were found here before the colonizers came here and kind of like overtook the term American? Which one are you? Do you know? Right? So that's something that you need to consider when you start to think about reparations and who you're fighting for. Of course, some people were were enslaved on this country just from the hue of their skin, but their story might not be your story, right? So if you look at that Webster's dictionary and you understand that a true American, and this is some little history for everybody that watches my channel, get mad if you need to. Once you look up that definition in that Webster's dictionary, you have to consider a few things. Now, I'm going to put my business hat on. I'm a businesswoman. Do you think, as a businesswoman, that it would be more conducive for me to go across all this water to Africa, catch some niggas, and they got to make this long voyage back to the Americas? Now, when they get here, let me tell you what they're not going to be able to do. They're not going to be able to procreate. They're not going to be in the best of health. They're not going to know the land. They don't know how to till nothing, plant nothing, grow nothing. They don't know what grows over here. But there is a class of people that do. So, right. So, if you consider yourself to be one of those Americans, right? And if you looked up the word American like I asked you to, You know that there were many copper colored races already here. Got my business hat still on. Okay? So, let me see. Well, there are a lot of niggas already over here. Since we're over here colonizing, killing every damn body, why don't we enslave these people with our trickery and our fuckery? Why don't we enslave them? Because they're prisoners of war now, because we came over here and we captured them, and now they're prisoners of war. And you wonder why there's a certain class of black people, and I use black just to keep it simple, okay? Because you are not a crayon. Black is an adjective, so you can't be that. So stop it with the bullshit. I hate when people say that, but I do it as well because I've been indoctrinated and miseducated, and sometimes I do say words that do not benefit me, not because I'm not aware, but because the conditioning is so freaking deep, y'all, and that's just what it is. But this is how I say that you can tell what nigga you are. Okay, so y'all ready for this? Y'all gonna be upset. I don't want to hear your bullshit. Okay. If you were first called Indian, then they changed your name to Negro, then they changed your name to Black, then you've been called colored, then you've been called Afro-American, and now you're called African-American, right? You better ask yourself why they done declassified you, reclassified you, and classified your ass again. But what I want to say is this: welcome home, bitch. You are home. You are home. You are a prisoner in your own land because you don't understand that you are home. But if you fit in that category that I just named, you are home. Okay? Now I drop the mic. My name is Miss Carrie. Please follow the page. Please share the page. Please leave a comment if you need to. I'm not going to check it, but leave a comment if you need to. And yeah, be good. And I will be back with the next video.